Yeah, it's Rick James. This is Rick James Stories, Volume 9. Now, most of you guys, well, 99.9% of you, wasn't around in the 80s. So in the early 80s, there was a whole movement as far as getting around. Not everybody jumped on planes to travel. Nobody was chartering jets. So enjoying success and really blowing out the gate, Rick was cool and going on performing and doing all these shows with his band. And Oscar and him was close, right along with Levi. So a lot of people you see Rick with wasn't his bodyguards; them was actually his band members. Some big brothers that could play instruments. So they all in this van because back then and probably still now, if you got to move all this equipment around, you need a van. For the drummers and all this stuff. That's a lot of equipment to be moving around. They got to get the amplifiers. So somebody got to get a van. So they got the van. It's loaded. There's so much stuff in the van. All the dancers got to go in another car. So the other girl's like, Rick, baby, I can't. Rick, we ain't going to be able to get there. Why not, baby? Tell JoJo I said pick you up. I talked to JoJo. JoJo says she can't do it, and because she's already got a ride that's finna bring her there. And JoJo, what? JoJo says she ain't finna pick you up? Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So Rick get upset, and Rick goes over there. He waiting on JoJo to show up. So as soon as JoJo come in there, she's, oh, hey, babe, girl, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you. Rick grab her by the arm and snatch her in like the Matrix. Woof. You're messing up the group. See, I'm trying to put something together. This is why y'all ain't disciplined. You see, I'm feeding you too much. That's what it is. I'm feeding them too much, man. You got to teach them to eat. Can't keep feeding them. You got to teach them to eat. So I know I'm going to fix this. Go on and catch a cab. Catch a cab over here. Tell the cab to bring you down. Then I'm going to tell you what. You gonna ride in the car, JoJo. You gonna ride with that damn speaker, that damn amplifier. I don't care if the goddamn drumstick go up your ass. You do not get out of the van. So, so Rick was mad, and she ain't gotta put up with this and da 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 da. You wanna stay your ass at home? Cause I don't need you to make no money. So Rick was fired up, to say the least. So while they in the van and they doing all this traveling and everybody in the car, Rick ain't really talking to him. So they go out there and they's like, man, we got to get, we had some weed in there. She got mad at Rick, gonna take Rick James' weed and throw it out the window. Rick didn't know it. So when Rick couldn't find his weed, Rick was ticked off and he thought she was hiding it on him. So Rick was like, man, look, Oscar, yeah, she got my stuff, man. She got my joint. Where my papers at, baby? Stop playing. Don't play with me. Rick grabbed her by the hair. Stick our head out the window. We finna drive. Stick our head out the window. Do you want to go out the window? Where's my stuff, woman? I haven't seen it, Rick. I swear to God. So Rick was mad. Now they got to get something else. So now they in another town. They had to get something else. They're in Georgia now. They pull over in Georgia, and they was finna go get something to smoke and whatever. They making some calls, trying to see who they know who got something. So actually, I'm trying to think. It was some other artist that came over there. That they was some band member, whatever, that brought them something, some roadie or whatever. But they had a like one of these chicken joints where it's outdoors, you get to eat. And then Rick James had a shirt that said "Freedom," and it had a cut in the middle of it, and it was like almost like a black shirt with freedom on the back of on the front of it. So some white guys in the car had rolled up and they looked at him and they was like, hey, look at him, yeah, yeah. Effing nigga, ah! Drove off. And Rick was sitting out there, they was eating. Rick was mad as a bear. Rick comes back to the table. Rick goes, get your stuff. We finna eat in the car. What happened? Get your stuff. We ain't eating here no more. Rick got the stuff. They got back in the car. Rick was like, I don't want to see nobody right now. Rick told him, you got the pistol? Yeah. Give me a pistol. Rick James got the pistol. They ride around town looking for this car. It's blue. No, we staying in this town. I'ma put a cap in his ass. Ride around this block again. He gonna come back. He gonna come back. They was Rick. We gotta get on the road, man. We gotta get to the job. I don't give a damn if we miss sound check. Oh, we gonna miss the sound check. We gonna make it. One more hour. Rick was there all night. And then Rick was like, let me out. Rick got out and was like, pick me up here in 30 minutes. I'm going to be right here. Pick me up in 30. He walking around Georgia, a town in Georgia. Crazy as Georgia was in the 80s. Georgia's still crazy now. With a pistol on him, walking around, hoping to run into them. Just for them calling him the N-word. So anyway, Rick don't find him. So Rick is in a bad mood. So he got attitude. He went and smoked, got high, calmed down. Rick wasn't talking too much. He wasn't vintage Rick. So when they get somewhere, and she was like, yeah, I want to order this, and I want to, yeah, you just holding up everybody. Just order the food. And she was, where, Rick? I told boom! Rick hit her with a super kick right to the chest with them boots. He was already mad. And what did happen? They was, what did you do? Rick was already mad. Rick had to take it out on somebody. So Rick hit her with a boot to the chest. Then, man, they come on, Rick. Now, come on, Rick. Come on, man. Don't do that, man. Get in the car, Rick. So they going back into their business. Rick's back smoking, trying to get himself back calm. Rick mad. He's still mad. So they got to do the show. They missed sound check barely. The manager is talking about, man, I ain't know if y'all was gonna show up, man, and I'm gonna pay, man. We got this place sold out. We got all these people here, man. They finna rock the house, man, and y'all finna come in, man. Come on, man, Rick, man, don't do me like that, man. You have me nervous, Rick. So Rick automatically tells him, we had a rough ride getting up here. We need more money. Oh, Rick, man, we got a deal, man. I don't give a damn what we said on the paper. You better up the money. So come on, Rick, don't do me like that. Rick grabbed, they had one of those poster boards that had like one of those cardboard things like you hold up in the air and be doing for picket signs. They had one of those like wide sticks on the side. Rick grabbed that and smacked him right upside the head with it. Rick wasn't playing no games and beat him down. He beat him down because he was white. He was upset about what had happened. So Rick, baby, Rick beat the heck out of this guy. So they performed in some town in Alabama. Rick got his money. Rick got the extra money. The guy was thinking about suing Rick James. They settled, and Rick said, I'm sorry. Here's the money back. Rick gave him the money back, the extra money, and said, keep it. I was wrong. So Rick gets back in the car, and he messed up with JoJo. Rick goes to the store. Rick says, here. Went and bought JoJo all kind of stuff. Gave her like all kind of like gifts, bought her a necklace, all kind of stuff, and said he was sorry. He pulled her to the side, talked to her, smoothed everything out because he's like, that's not what I'm about. I was in a bad mood, told her what happened. So they made up. So this, she told Rick, yeah, that's my fault too, because I did have your weed. I threw it out the window. Rick's like, bitch, you catching the bus and you going home. What? But don't even talk to me right now because I'm going to kick you right in the face. You getting on the bus or you going home. Oscar, get out of my face before I kill her. Get out of my face before I kill her. We wouldn't have went through none of this. None of this would have happened if all for you. So, Rick sent her home. I ain't going into no more detail as to what happened in this situation. But Rick sent her home. Come on, we're gonna do the show without her. And we're gonna leave that one there. And we'll do 10 later. Then you're gonna hear about the blues album. I'm out.